That doesn't mean that avionics can't predict for it and account for it.
Sorry, predict for things that you observe from a roundabout? So it's back to this. Ground control to Major Idiot. I am observing your plane from a roundabout. You seem to be taking a corkscrew path. Please can you make sure your avionics are accounting for my observation of you seeming to take a corkscrew path, you demented idiot? You think that the tools on your plane account for this illusion? You're a moron.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I know you don't understand.
We know.
We do. We understand here on Flat Earth Debate what you do not.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that's where you should leave this discussion. You don't understand. We know you don't understand. You're thick.
No, I don't understand.
We know you don't understand. We understand that you don't understand.
Yeah, you know that I don't understand.
Yes, we know that you know that we know you don't understand. Thicko, you don't understand Coriolis. You think gadgets on planes account for it. You're thick.
Yes, it does account for it.
It accounts for the illusion, so we're back to you pressing the illusion accounting button. Ground control to Major Idiot. Be sure to press your illusion accounting button on your plane because I'm observing you from a roundabout. You think the tools in your plane account for it? They can't. They won't. It's an illusion. Tools on planes don't account for illusions, you idiot. You just don't understand Coriolis effect. You are stupid and should be fired.
You don't know whether they can or can't or do or don't.
Yeah, you said to the best of your knowledge that they do, though, don't you?
Yes, from my experience, they do account.
Best of his knowledge and to his experience, they do account for illusions.
That's you're claiming it's an illusion, not me.
No, it is an illusion. I understand the Coriolis effect definition.
Does flat Earth...
Sorry, are you going to ask me something? You've just stated again that, to the best of your knowledge, your tools account for illusions that don't happen. You're a moron.
Does flat Earth...
You're going to ask me something continually, rather than accept how stupid you are? Ask again.
Does flat Earth...
No, you're not going to ask me anything, my friend. You're an idiot. You don't deserve to ask me anything. You haven't paid me. Yeah, laugh it up. I want your job. I want you fired. I'm not here to answer your questions. All I'm waiting for is to find out who you are after finding out how dangerous you are, because I want to I want to appeal to your employers to have your job taken away.
Well,
that doesn't mean I'm here to answer your questions. It means I'm here continually to point out that your instruments don't account for Coriolis. That's dangerous. You think they do, that's wrong.
Your tactic. When somebody disagrees with you, you want to dox them and...
No, when someone potentially puts the lives of passengers at risk because they think they're accounting for drift in their tools when they're not, I want them sacked.
You have no basis.
And when they laugh at me for pointing out a very serious concern about a danger of accounting for illusions that don't happen, you think that's funny. Another reason to want your job.
If you think
well, see, that's the thing, is that that's all that is your misunderstanding.
Can I read him something real quick? Can I read you something real quick, buddy? Is that cool?
Yeah, go ahead.
Coriolis effect is an apparent effect and illusion produced by a rotating frame of reference.
Where is that from?
So you have, that is from, what the hell is this called? Dartcode.com.
Right, meanwhile, it's an illusion. You understand that bit, right?
Well, I understand where he's going.
Not where it's going. That's the definition of Coriolis effect. It's not where he's going. It's an illusion.
My God.
Well, so there's several definitions of illusion. So which definition?
No, but there's only one definition of Coriolis effect, and the definition of Coriolis effect is the illusion of a curved trajectory in the straight path observed from a non-inertial turning reference frame. That's the definition of Coriolis, if you understand it. You don't. That's why I'm concerned that you might put people's lives at risk, and that's why I want your job. It's not that when people come here that they just need doxing. It's that people who might put other people's lives at risk because they think that illusions have to be accounted for or being accounted for by tools in their plane, they might actually kill people. That's you.
No, see, listen. So them using that term illusion I don't think that means what you think it means. And so the illusion would be...
It means it's not happening. You don't need to tell me what I think when you perceive what I might think. Don't tell me what I might think. I know what an illusion is. You don't need to strawman me with what I might think it is. I know what an illusion is.
So on the bullet example,
it's
so
a
if you
little
were
weird
sitting on
that
a
you're
bullet,
saying you have
this.
instrumentation that takes illusions into account, but you don't have instrumentation that takes an actual moving runway into account? Because
Yep,
that's
that's
what you would
insane.
have to account for, right? Not the illusion that's observed from the ground, because that, according to your side, is what Coriolis effect is. But you're telling us that you're accounting for something for that from the ground, from your plane. When
Well, the
technically you
illusion
should be
happens-
accounting for the ground actually moving, causing that effect, which is why people would see that from the ground. Do you get that?
Yes. The illusion would be seen from the ground, but it would also be seen from the air. Like,
Sorry, the illusion would be seen
No.
from the
Oh my
ground.
God. For it then.
So if it's seen from the ground, why are you accounting
and
for
from
it?
the air.
Sorry, do you think that from the air, you're rotating in the plane?
Well, so the aircraft.
Sorry, my question, I'll repeat. Do you believe that you are rotating in the air?
The aircraft is not rotating in the air.
Then it's not a rotating non-inertial reference frame, is it?
I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, you don't know what Coriolis effect is.
No, I do.
Well, you'd know that it's only applicable to non-inertial turning reference frames then, wouldn't you, if you did, but you don't know. You know that aircraft aren't rotating, but Coriolis is only observable from rotating bodies, non-inertial turning reference frames. You see, me, I do understand what Coriolis is.
No, so it's also observable from an object traveling past a rotating body. Because if you're on the football that's being launched, okay, or the bullet, the path of the bullet from the ground is going to appear curved.
Sorry.
And if you were riding on the bullet, the path of the bullet would appear curved. But in fact, the path of the bullet is straight.
No, if you were riding on the bullet, your path would be straight, and the path of the bullet is straight. So therefore not deflecting. So if you're on the bullet, you're taking a straight path. There's no deflection. There's no illusion to account for. Now, by equivalence, if you're on the plane, you're traveling straight. There's nothing to account for. But you think the gadgets account for it, don't you, clown?
They do, because
They do what? Account for the straight path? There's no curve in a straight path to account for anything.
yes, when we
Yes. So the plane accounts for a straight path. So what's it correcting for?
when we punch into RFMS, go direct to this.
Right, that sounds like another gadget that you're going to talk about. You're going to appeal to the things you turn on with an on switch. You don't know how those work.
Trying to tell you.
Sorry, don't appeal to the buttons you press on your aircraft. You don't know what they do. Don't appeal to the gadgets. You don't know what they do.
Okay, I don't need to peel the gadget. Let's go.
Well, you just did.
The bullet flies straight. From a perspective on the bullet, it's going to look like you're flying a curved path.
No, it won't, because it's travelling straight. If you're on something travelling straight, why would it appear curved? This is idiotic. Coriolis is not actual drift observed from a turning body.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, Coriolis effect is observed from a turning body. So the moment you detail what you would observe if you were on the bullet, you're not detailing Coriolis effect anymore. Something you don't understand. You don't understand Coriolis. That's why you're giving an example on the bullet.
It's not. Coriolis isn't a force. It's an effect.
Quick question.
Then why are you telling me what Coriolis is? I know what Coriolis is. It's an effect observed from a rotating platform.
Yes, but it can.
Yeah, so that's not your plane then, is it?
It can also.
So that's not your plane then, is it? Your plane's not a rotating platform.
I didn't say it was a rotating.
Right, so you're saying that the gadgets account for something that's only observed from a rotating platform. To the best of your knowledge, the gadgets account for that, don't they? No, you're just stupid. You're just wrong. You just don't know how the gadgets you press on work. Facts, my friend, facts.
Would you like?
Would you stutter around everything I say? Yeah, you would, because you're having your ass handed to you by a flat earther who understands Coriolis, unlike you.
I'm trying to explain it to you. Are you going to let me explain?
No, you don't understand anything about anything. You don't know what Coriolis drift is. You think your plane's got to account for it? You're stupid. Why would I listen to anything you've got to say on this subject?
Well, bro,
I still don't know
You're trying
how.
to explain to us
is it
how
gonna
your
count for it?
instrumentation takes illusions into account, when your instrumentation should be taking into account the ground moving beneath you, which is definitely not an illusion. You get
I
that?
still
Okay,
wanna
so
know
you have
how.
so if we so we have the rotating Earth, the air is rotating with it. We're flying through the air. When we hit direct
Back
on
to
our
this again.
Sorry, you just want to beg the question of first law of thermodynamics violation, Earth and atmosphere moving together, Velcro together. No, we didn't accept that.
I didn't say they're Velcro together. That's a straw man.
Yeah, that's what you're saying if you say they move at the same rate.
They do.
Well, then they're
What
Velcro
do you mean
together
by
by
that?
metaphor, aren't they, idiot? It's just that's a first law of thermodynamics violation and would require the gas particles higher up in the air with an increased radial value to move at a higher rate than the ground below them. That's a first law of thermodynamics violation. Further to that, gases in the air are anisotropic, inhomogeneous mixture of unbonded gas. They're not fixed to anything.
Unless your rate is 0.
He's
I
not only
I didn't say it was 0.
You're
I didn't
not
say
only
they were
violating the first law of thermodynamics, you're violating the second law of thermodynamics. Also, Boyle's law, Charles' law, Gay-Lussac's law, Dalton's law, and Brownian fucking motion. Also, you're violating just incoherent second grade experience. Can you please show us east, north, and south surface winds, please?
Well, at what location? I mean,
Any location.
Any.
You have to deny, Crayon Muncher, this is number one. You have to deny east, north, and south
No.
surface, mid-level, and high-level winds because you said the atmosphere, which is a contradiction in terms, is traveling from west to east. It can't be traveling from west to east and then also traveling north, south, and east.
No, that's not true. It not
It
at the
is
same
true.
point.
You're a
Not at the
fucking
same point.
moron.
Not at the same point in
Also,
time.
Let's just get this down to brass tacks. I want you to define the Coriolis effect with citation in main chat.
Define the Coriolis effect with citation.
You denied it was an illusion. You also denied it was on the non-inertial reference frame.
Dude, he denied it
Stand
and
by.
then confirmed it. He's double speaking all over the place.
I'm going to give my definition,
Not your
and
definition, citation, please.
yeah, I'm going to provide a
I
citation.
already read mine.
Chocolate's already read his.
Chocolates is beautiful.
In the inertial frame of reference, upper part of the picture, the black ball moves in a straight line. However, the observer, open brackets red dot, who is standing on the rotating, non-inertial frame of reference, lower part of the picture, sees the object following a curved path due to the Coriolis and centrifugal forces present in the frame. Two things that stand out in the definition I've just read out. The observer standing in the rotating frame of reference. Yeah, that's not the aeroplane, is it?
Are you saying that the person on?
No, my citation from Wikipedia makes it clear that the observer standing in a rotating frame of reference will observe Coriolis. That's not the plane, though. That was my question.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so when you said you can see Coriolis from the plane, wrong. Because the plane's not rotating, is it?
no, you can't.
No, you can't. Because as per my citation, the effect is observed from the non-inertial frame of reference, and it even specifies what that is. It says, quote, who is standing on the rotating non-inertial frame of reference. That's the citation, because I understand it, I didn't need it, I've gone and got it for my audience to show how right I am and how idiotic you are to say that you can see it from the air in a plane as the projectile, because that's not a rotating frame of reference. You're just thick, and we're having to school you on what Coriolis is because you don't know. You also thought that your gadgets on the plane accounted for this effect that, quote, standing in the non-inertial frame of reference. Yeah, that's not you in the plane, and that's not the gadgets on the plane either. You're just thick.
Yep. We're
Look.
still waiting for that citation, please.
You think that the tools on your plane account for this illusion? You're a moron.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I know you don't
Yeah, we
understand.
know.
We do. We understand here on Flat Earth Debate what you do not.
I don't understand why you.
Yeah, that's where you should leave this discussion. You don't understand. We know you don't understand. You're thick.
No, I don't understand.
We know you don't understand. We understand that you don't understand.
Yeah, you know that I don't understand you.
Yes, we know that you know
Yes,
that
we
we know you
know.
don't understand. Thicko, you don't understand Coriolis. You think gadgets on planes account for it. You're thick.
They do.
They don't, they can't. It's only observable from a non-inertial turning reference frame. It's on screen with a diagrammatical example of it happening. You are just wrong and just stupid.
That doesn't mean that avionics can't predict for it and account for it.
Sorry, predict for things that you observe from a roundabout. So it's back to this. Ground control to Major Idiot. I am observing your plane from a roundabout. You seem to be taking a corkscrew path. Please can you make sure your avionics are accounting for my observation of you seeming to take a corkscrew path, you demented idiot. Is that the same chuckle of my balls on your chin as you like dying?
You're funny, man.
Funny? What? Humiliatingly funny? No, people on roundabouts radioing into your plane to tell you to account for Coriolis isn't something your best knowledge was right about. The gadgets don't account for that, moron. You're just wrong.
Why would they have to do that? Why would the aircraft be court?
Why would you assert they did?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you definitely did. Now you're going to lie about claiming that the best of your knowledge said they did?
Nah,
I didn't say the aircraft corkscrewed.
Sorry, it's Coriolis deflection. You just don't understand what that is. On a roundabout with a straight path of a plane over the top of you, you'd have a corkscrew motion. Now, I can extrapolate that from an understanding of Coriolis. You can only extrapolate your globe Earth faith that the sun's moving behind because of a 15 degrees an hour turn. Well, a roundabout's turning a lot faster than 15 degrees, you stupid idiot.
Is it? How fast is it?
Yeah, it just means corkscrew would be observed from the ground. Is your avionics accounting for that corkscrew motion observed from the roundabout, clown?
Yeah, you're
Yeah, the best of your knowledge is that you're accounting for that.
to address them.
Best of your knowledge, yeah, it is. The avionics account for that, do they, idiot?
Yes, they account for the 50.
Oh, they account. Ground control to Major Idiot. I'm watching you while spinning around on the spot. Check it out. You seem to be moving in a curved path as I turn very slowly on the spot. Make sure you're correct for me turning around on the spot. I'm observing you have a not actual curved path as I turn on the spot. You're an idiot.
No, that's your fiction. That's your.
A fiction, it's on screen by citation. It's had 2 citations read out by 2 people. You think it's my fiction? No, it's by definition, idiot.
We're still
Yeah,
waiting.
and the definition you're using is not wrong, but
Oh, so I'm
get
not
that
wrong
yet?
that it's observed from the rotating body and that's not the plane, and this illusion observed from the rotating body isn't going to be accountable in the plane by the gadgets that, to the best of your knowledge, did account for it.
yes, it does account for it.
It accounts for the illusion, so we're back to you pressing the illusion accounting button. Ground control to Major Idiot. Be sure to press your illusion accounting button on your plane because I'm observing you from a roundabout.
Okay. Yeah, I
Right,
know
yeah,
you guys
we're
think
waiting
that.
for that.
You have,
We know that. You've demonstrated it here. We don't think it. You have demonstrated it to us. It's not an assumption. It's not a thought. It's not a fleeting feeling we have about you. It's what you have demonstrated here. Your idiocy.
let me ask you something.
Don't. You can pay me or accept your idiocy as you educate you on your assumptions you had. You came in with 2 assumptions. Earth turns and it causes the sun to go behind a physical geometric limitation called Earth curve. You're wrong on both scores. You won't let go your Coriolis misapprehensions, and you were stupid enough to say that this illusion was accounted for by gizmos in planes. You're an idiot.